Hello and welcome to another brand new video for AOR racing. So this time in Monaco. Without further ado, let's get it started. So now going through the pole lap in itself. So here starting with the DRS. So the only DRS moment here. So in the first straight. So here braking hard into third gear. Really need to be careful because it's very easy to invalidate your lap by going not enough by the curbs basically. So here going into fourth gear, it's really easy to understeer corner. So here as well, really tight, trying to get over the bump there. Braking into second gear, a very slow corner there, easy to lock up. And the most slowest part here, the hairpin. So going in first gear, going here now in this corner, so you keep it in second gear. Here a little bit of oversteer you saw there, the car squirming. And now the tunnel section, so here flat out. And now when you see the 100-meter board, you brake really hard into second gear. So here you can cut the track a little bit. I think I could have gone a little bit more there with the curves, but it's fine. Here fast left-hander in fourth gear. Here really need to be careful as well, because it can unbalance the car. Here going through the curbs aggressively, and here now you brake into second and even first gear to get good rotation. Here you can see, oh, really squirmy there, and then DRS open again just to finish off the lap in itself, which was enough for provisionally number one. So at the end, both the McLarens were faster than me, but I was only about zero point 0.2 away. Theoretically, I could have done better, but that's everyone's argument at the end of the day. But I'm happy with third. So this is the race strategy, softs to mediums, and with about zero point 0.1 laps worth of extra fuel. So now going into the race in itself. So 5 lights, and away we go. So another fast start there in terms of the timing. So here I managed to get close to the McLaren here, just ensuring that I don't get invalidation by the curbs there. So I had to let the McLaren go, but here I'm already in third position, so really good. I did not lose any positions. Here you can see the McLaren going wide a little bit there, unique line I would say. But yeah, so far in third, you can see my car squirmish because of the cold tires at the start and also the high levels of fuel here. So here braking first time into the first gear of the hairpin, going really slow, going really conservatively. So here just behind the McLarens. So here you can see again, made a little bit of a mistake there. I'm going into the tunnel section, so just trying to ensure that I keep a distance between the Ferrari behind me and the McLaren in front of me. So here again, first time braking into second gear with cold tires. You can see the McLaren there makes a mistake, and I inherit second place because of this. So he, I think, had a DNF because of that. But yeah, all good from my side so far in second place. So you will see here a mistake from my side. Lap number 6, a little bit of understeer, and I had to just bang that wall there. As you can see, I went over the curbs and made the mistake. And because of this, I would have a lot of understeer in the car because of this damage to the wing, and I would lose a lot of time. So fast forwarding to lap number 11, so I decided to come into the pits. Just remember as well, I have this damage to the wing, and that's why you can see like a very big margin of distance to the first place already. So I lost almost like 1 second per lap, I would say, during this time. So here I changed the wing, but as you can see, the tire is in hard. As I showed you in the beginning, I went from a soft to medium. That was supposed to be a strategy. I don't know what happened here. This is just a bug, I think, in the game, and yeah, somehow I mean I'm in the worst tire to be in this circuit. And 3 laps later, so I would make my biggest mistake of the race in itself. So here I just outbrake myself and I, yeah, went to crash into the wall itself. So here I had a wing damage, as you can see there in yellow. So really compromised my race at this point in time. You would see that the Ferrari is already really behind me at this moment, and I did not want to held him up too much. So here after the tunnel, I just went to the right, slowed down a little bit in fact, and just let him pass. Yeah, it was not, yeah, it was basically not a point to fight him at this point in time, and just to release him basically. So just from another angle there, I just missed the breaking point, and here I just decided to go straight into the barriers because that would mean that I would just crash the wing and not the tires. And because if you crash the tires, you might basically end your race because of this. So that's why I went as straight as I could through the barrier so that I do not have any damage to the wheel itself. So yeah, from here I had a lot of understeer. The rest is history. So end of lap 14 after the mistake. So I decided to come into the pits. Also, I managed to make my correct tire selection this time to the mediums and the faster and more durable racing tire. So managed to get that properly as well, but you can see the time is already wasted a lot of because of this wing change as well. Now would dropped to fifth position. So as a consequence of that pit stop, now you can see lap 18 I'm catching up to the third place guy at this moment, the Mercedes in front of me. So here I was clearly faster than him, but I was struggling really hard to basically find a way past him. You can see lap 18, and now skipping into lap 21, I'm still behind him after 4 laps. And I saw really an opening here. As you can see, it's going really slow here, and I went into first gear and really, yeah, had a contact there. Basically, I was really aggressive at this point in time. But I really had to go for the move because I think if I did not make the move, I would be struggling a lot behind him, and I had to make use of my good tires at this point. So I gave it a go. So yeah, looking at it at another view, you can see here it will be a tire to tire contact with the Mercedes. I would say it's a little bit aggressive, but I think fair enough. I think he left enough room. I also left enough room towards the right hand side. Perhaps here you can see a little bit of a slow mo. Yeah, I think he could have gone more to the right. I could have gone more to the left. I would say it's a racing incident per se. But yeah, luckily, no. I think there was not much damage to him and not much damage to me as well. And we both managed to continue the race here. So now going into this fast section here, made a mistake, understeer, and I banged the wall. So Mick Schumacher-esque mistake. I think he made this mistake in qualifying, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, phew, not good. Because of this, I
Check
basically
your
had a lot of
MFD for a
understeer
new
because now
strategy
my
option.
wing again is damaged. But yeah, it is what it is. Fast forward to lap number 33. So here another mistake, and I bang the wall, and I get a little bit more of a damage. So the damage was already there from before, and now it was made worse because of this. And yeah, just a lot of crashes to the wall. Not a good race so far, but still in third position, still a healthy gap towards fourth position. So I decided to just keep going because if I come in and make a change and stuff like this, I was scared that I will be behind the Mercedes. And just like that, starting my final lap. So you can see here a lot of retrospectives to take into mind. A lot of mistakes. First of all, I think my qualifying effort could have been a little bit better because Monaco, qualifying is
Thank you.
king. You can see that the race winner is already finished, and I'm still only starting my sector. Yeah, I could have done much better. A lot of mistakes that I done. I think in reality, I think starting from where I started, I could have gone to second position. That is where, if you recall, I made these mistakes that dropped me back to third position and even to fourth position, where I had to overtake the Mercedes a little bit more aggressively than I would have wanted to do. But I made the job, and here I'm in third position, as you remember as well, still with the wing damages on. So I'm really struggling to keep the car in control. That's why even the back markers there is almost yeah, keeping pace with me there. But nonetheless, um, still a good race, I would say. In the podiums, previously in Monaco, I would only finish fourth, so it's a step in the right direction, I would say. Yeah, really take it gingerly. You see again, I banged the wall there again, and a little bit more damage to the right wing. But yeah, and now finishing the lap in itself, I would come into a really slow lap. I would say the last 2 laps here, because of the wing damage, I finished in I think 119. But yeah, finished the lap. And so final classification in third position, so behind the McLaren and the Ferrari. You can see the best lap there was quite good in terms of the pace itself, but could have been better. But regardless, no penalties, so quite a good race with the podium. So just to show the standings there, from the AOR racing in Tier 7. So I'm still leading the points with 66 there with the third position. So it's still good, still finishing all the way in podiums. So that's also good. But yeah, so far, but my points tally, of course, has been reduced because of this. Now going into some analysis, so you can see a lot of ups and downs, even in the parts where it's supposed to be steady. So that is all the points where I bumped and bruised and that things that happened to my car. So you can see there the first pit was in lap number 11, second pit was in lap number 14, and ideally I would only had to come into the pits once, but because of the bumps that I had with the wing damages, so I had to come in twice. But my fastest lap was made there with a 112.4 in lap number 16. But yeah, overall not a good trend line in this case as well. In terms of the positions, so you can see the highest position was in second place when I started the race, and then with all the damages and the pit stops and stuff like this, I managed to make my way back to third position, and that's where I would finish the race itself. And last but not least, again just showing the points tally there, 66. So the progression, I'm still in first position in my driver's standing, so that is good. And next will be Baku. So another street circuit, another wall circuit, I would say, but a little bit more leeway, I would say, as well. So looking forward to that race. I really like Baku, but sometimes when you like that circuit, it does not go that well. But let's see how it goes. That's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next one.